And I'll kind of show you how to do these. There's a lot here. So I wanted to give it to you today. I know you already have the math meme homework, but I wanted to give it to you today just in case you want to get a little head start because it's going to be due on Wednesday. So you have 2 days to knock this out. And the purpose of this is just to kind of give you an overview of all the different types of functions we're going to look at this year. Functions are different types of equations and the graphs that they make. Okay, so let's take a look at one you guys are familiar with. You guys remember what this guy's called here? It has an exponent of 2. That's actually a main characteristic, but that's not what it's called. It's not an exponential. Starts with a Q. It's a quadratic. So anytime you have an x with a power of 2, that's what we call a quadratic. You guys remember what kind of shape those make? What do they make? Parabola. They make that U shape, right? So this assignment is showing you a bunch of different types of functions. A quadratic is one of them. And you're going to find the numbers and graph it so you'll have the equation and a picture of what that looks like. And it's basically our whole year in a snapshot of all the different types of functions we're going to talk about. So this is a great thing once you have it done to keep in the front of your notebook. So let's do this one together. Y equals x squared. What I've done is I've given you some x values. So what you're going to do is you're going to plug those x values in. You don't have to show your work, okay? You could do this mentally, but I'm going to show my work for this one. I'm going to plug in -3 for the x. Now what is -3 to the second power? It's 9. What am I going to plug in next? -2. If I plug in -2, what would I get? And you're just going to keep going. If I plug in -1, what would I get? If I plug in -1, I get 1. If you guys don't mind, I'll skip my work for the rest of them. If I plug in 0, you get 0. If you plug in 1, you get 1. If you plug in 2, you get 4. If you plug in 3, you get 9. Okay? Now we're going to graph it. Each one of these is a point, like -3, 9, right? So we're going to graph that. Am I going too fast? Okay. So I'm going to go left 3, up 9. I'm going to put a dot. The next one, what's my next point? -2, 4, good. So I'm going to go left 2, up 4. That's correct. How about this one? What's the next point going to be? So left 1, up 1. Next point? And I'm just going to go ahead and continue from here. And that's the shape you guys were expecting, isn't it? Yeah. You don't have to do the domain and range, okay? Let's do Wednesday. Hey, I think I'm from freshman, and I didn't think I was took 3 algebra. And I took the test, I almost had a 2, like a kind of like 2. And then we took another test, but I got like a higher score, I'm not sure exactly what test it was, but it was a test. I got a higher score on that, so I don't know if I should pass or not. Let me turn off my recorder really quick.